So how many of you keep the resolutions what you make?
Sometimes.
So the Statistic Brain Research Institute have found out that 50% of the people don't keep the resolutions. 80% probably don't beyond 6 months. So why exactly? Today I'm going to decipher that and make it pretty clear and plain, easy and simple for you. Take out the mystery out of it. I can give you the option to pay me later. It's up to you. So the researchers have found out all kinds of things. One day somebody will say that it's all about your focus. The next day somebody will say it's not about focus. Just like coffee is good for you, the next day coffee is not good for you. So Professor Senthil Mullainathan from Harvard University is a behavioral scientist. He found out, he did the research and said, take rest, get enough sleep, and all your problems are gone. Very simple. Marshall Goldsmith, who is a top motivational coach in the world, said that self-motivation, plan, accountability. Pretty simple. Then why are we not keeping up the resolutions of what we want to do? It's not, it might be New Year, or it might be any day. I'm a perfect example of not keeping my resolutions. Basically, I want to lose my tummy. That's the hardest part. I keep eating. I don't want to eat. I like to eat. I want to exercise. I don't want to exercise. It's all over. Now I'll say like I'm pumped up, I want to do it. But by 7 o'clock in the night, it's craving for a big meal. You all can relate to that. So if you really look at it, it's as simple as, when I'm saying that I want to cut down, or when you're saying something you want to do, you want to work out, there is some motivation inherently in it, right? If it's not, then you won't say that. It won't come out of your mind. So it's all churning out here, it's coming out, but we are not doing it. So basically we are lacking the follow through. So we can churn the wheels here, but if I don't walk, then what good it is? That is an action. That's a follow through. So you have a follow through. Let us say you want to wake up at 6 o'clock and go for a run. Okay, you're motivated. That's a follow through. So the morning 6 o'clock comes, you had a late night or you had something and you have all excuse, you'll say, I'll run next day. So you're setting yourself for failure right there. So you're motivated right now, but when it comes to the next morning, that conditions are not the same as what you are in today. The conditions are not different. So you have to set the conditions to follow through, to act. In my previous speech, I talked about output versus greater than input, to take action, to execute. So that's what has to happen to have that, and you need to set the conditions for that. Okay, if I want to run at 6 o'clock, I'll keep all the stuff, the clothes and the shoes where I need it. I set the alarms, and typically when we face the situation, all the doubts will come and we need to overcome that. So don't think. It's basically initially to set that habit, it will be difficult, but don't think much and just cut down all the doubts and just go on that. And also then the next thing like accountability, somebody who can keep you accountable, tell them something that. All of these kind of things help you take that and make sure that you create the right conditions, you overcome the initial inertia of the doubts and just take it, and you keep doing it for a week or 2 weeks, typically it becomes natural habit. If we look at it like the basic needs like hunger, sleep, the system will, the physiological needs drive it. But when it comes to the other activities, the mind plays a role, and mind is a devil. It doesn't behave the same way all the time. So basically the conditions need to be there where you need to act, that follow-up of the motivation. The follow, we all want to do those things, but why we don't do, then it's kind of Either it's not important to you, or you kind of, all the excuses, all of those things, cut it down and build a framework and make it, take that one step. Just wear the shoes at morning 6 o'clock and sit idle, but you wore the shoes. That's the first step. You did that. Well, next time, the next day you did that, then you will feel bad that you're wearing shoes and not doing it. So this is the kind of the after action that needs to happen. The follow through is the key aspect of the motivation. So it's not your problem, and don't beat yourself that you are not doing it. It's as simple as that follow through that has to happen. I'm waiting for you to show something, Elizabeth. Okay. So I'll just keep continuing that. So basically then, that whole follow-up, that action, that reaction, they all go through that. And if you Google for anything, you search for all those things, and basically everybody will have all kinds of theories. But what I say is basically follow through and act on it. Thank you very much.